So I was working on a video. I try to do some better editing on some of my longer videos and some of the videos I want to go more in depth on. But always, 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 the community wants to come out with these stupid news that I have to talk about because if I don't talk about it the day of, I'm gonna miss it and no one's gonna care. Anyways, sit down, boys and girls. Let's talk about today. Star Wars, a rated R film. Should it happen? Should it not? This all started with an article saying that it's time for a rated R Star Wars movie. Here's a picture. This Ditch person, Ditch Meyer or whatever, or Mitch Dyer, my bad, says, nah, F this, Star Wars is for everyone. Okay, I'm having problems with this already. Then you get Hello Greedo who's saying, "Oh yeah, I like cussing too and blah, but Star Wars is family friendly." That's what everyone's saying here. Star Wars is family friendly. It's for the kids. It's all about the kids. Am I the only one who remembers Revenge of the Sith? I mean, a lot of Star Wars fans, for some reason, think it's the best Star Wars film to date, and everyone's talking about how dark it is, and they wanted The Last Jedi to be a dark film. Everyone was saying it's a darker film. I don't really know what kids want to go see a dark film. I mean, what? Anyways, did anyone remember Anakin being burned alive? Am I the only one who remembers this? This guy is literally being burned alive. And you see his scabs and everything. His hair's burnt off. I remember when I was young and it came out, my mom actually covered my eyes so I wouldn't watch it. You want to know why? Because I'd probably be scarred for life seeing a grown man be burned alive. That's not family friendly. There's a reason Revenge of the Sith with PG-13. Don't sit here and tell me it's family friendly when it's PG-13. That means if you're not over 13, you probably shouldn't see this movie. What? Anyways, all right. Let's talk about the politics. The politics in the prequels are ridiculously annoying, and no kid wants to know about a trade embargo on trade to Naboo and whatnot, and tax routes, or trade routes and taxes on them and tariffs on them, and then there's negotiation and whatnot, and then there has to be a committee to confirm the validity of Senator Amidala's accusations, or at the time she was the queen, and then there's a vote of no confidence, which is the dumbest thing I can ever think of. The vote of no kid cares about this stuff, so don't come at me with this family friendly crap. Now let me calm down for a second. I do agree with you. I do agree with a lot of these people that Star Wars should be a little more family friendly. You look at episodes 4, 5, and 6. They're for the whole family. They're not very bad or anything. I think the most cussing you ever get was Han Solo. He's like, "I'll see you all in hell." However, and then you actually do have a little blood in the first one when the guy gets his arm chopped off by Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Cantina bar. However, in the new Star Wars films, I have noticed something very weird. They start cussing more. They say big ass door. That's what Poe Dameron says in The Last Jedi. And someone says damn or something like that. I think Finn says damn in The Force Awakens. It's stuff like this where it's almost like, if you're trying to be family friendly, why is those small little cuss words even necessary? Why would you even bring those out? There's no point in them. Other than to be dark, they want to be dark films. Last Jedi's a dark film. Oh my god. This community annoys me. Anyways, should a Star Wars rated R movie happen is my point, and where I'm trying to get to. And the reason I've been talking for a few minutes on what has happened, in the past with the prequels, is that we basically are almost there anyways. So why stop now? I mean, yeah, it's for the kids and everything, but let's be honest, no parent's going to take their kid to a rated R Star Wars film. And, people use the whole Logan and Deadpool kind of, examples, and those are solid films. I'm not going to sit here and say they're the best, but they're definitely not the worst. They are very good films and very funny, and Logan was probably the best, Wolverine standalone film to date. I enjoyed it enough, and so there's movies like this where it works. It really does work. However, here's two factors we have to understand here. Star Wars is built on the premise that it is a family-friendly film or franchise, and you also know that they're being ran by Disney. Now, to be fair, Disney owns Marvel, and Marvel, produces did Marvel do the Wolverine thing, or was that Sony? I think that's Sony. Anyways, point is, the odds of this happening still are slim. I don't think Disney's really going to approve of it, and I don't think Lucasfilm wants to go to that route, and I don't think Kathleen Kennedy would ever approve of it. Is it time for one? I would argue that it is bold. It is a very bold and ballsy move, and of course I would watch it, but Hello Greedo did make a good point, and what would be rated R in it. The cussing, the gore, and stuff like that, we're already kind of there with it. You know, we're at the PG-13 kind of markish, stuff like that. So I don't know why we don't just go full on out, but I don't really see the need for it. There's a difference. Is it time for it, but what's the need? Do we really need a rated R Star Wars film? If you want something new and you want something that's kind of, like I say, bold, it's just something that you wouldn't expect them to do, yeah, sure, you need it. But in terms of story, what's the point? You know, in Saving Private Ryan, one of my favorite movies, or even Braveheart. Oh my God, I love Braveheart. Anyways, Braveheart is a rated R movie. You know, Saving Private Ryan, rated R movie. The reason those are rated R is because, you know, you're seeing what these guys went through, the gore, the blood, all that. You need that to understand, like, the emotional connection that these characters are having with each other, and, you know, dying, and people all dying all around them and everything. You need to see that. I don't think you really need to see that in a Star Wars movie, though. Especially with the Revenge of the Sith. That was one of my biggest complaints, is that I really need to see Anakin burning alive? Like, what was the point of that? But, you know, whatever. So, that's my 2 cents on it. Do we need it? No. Would we watch it? Yes. And that's the overall point of it. However, rated R films more or less don't do as well as, you know, films that aren't rated R, that are PG and PG-13. So I think from a marketing standpoint and a money standpoint that this film shouldn't happen, and it most likely won't happen. So there you go. That's my 2 cents on today's video. Comment your thoughts below. I'm Star Wars only. Do you guys think we should have a rated R film for Star Wars, or do you think we should leave it as it is? Comment your thoughts below. I'll see y'all next time.